Good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo, little bright there. I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. I hope you have your coffee. I hope you have your yarn. I hope you have your crochet hooks. And I have you, so I'm good. And you have me, so we're going to have a great time. Anyway, it's just a basic work day. I have somewhat organized my stuff this morning, and I'll show you what I've been organizing. We are going to go through a few of the things that I've made and a few of my organization things and some stuff at the yarn house. And yeah, it's a plan, and we're going to get through this. I got all the hats that I've been making out of that bin. And these are all the hats I've finished in the last month or so. There's, I don't know, 30, 35 of them. And some little twisty headband things. So I've got those stacked up. They're ready to put labels on. I've got my Halloween bag right here, my Halloween bags. And I've got my whip bag and my cup of coffee in my trusty Jayhawk cup. And I've got this stuff, which is, well, a finished kids cardie, a finished kids cardie short sleeve, some finished baskets, some finished cowls, and some unfinished headbands, and some unfinished hats. And a bag of yarn I am taking with me to the yarn house. I've had people ask me if I could do a tutorial on that. It's actually not my pattern, although I did adjust it a little bit. It is the Coziest Memories. Here you can see in the Coziest Memories pattern, it says to go through the top 2 loops of the half double crochet. I go through all 3 loops, the top 2 and that one little extra arm, you know what I mean. And it makes it actually, what it looks like is a linen stitch, kinda. It looks a little like the linen stitch when you do it like that. So I like that. It makes the whole blanket a little smoother. The lopsided crafter. Why could I not remember that? I remembered the amazing pattern. I tested her pattern for this blanket, and I fell in love with it, and I use it as one of my scrap gans that I do. I've been told I may be a little neurodivergent. I don't know. You know, like maybe, or maybe it's just that I just need to get my life organized. And is organization a thing to do, or is it more like a lifestyle? I think it's a way of life, and I'm trying to get that way of life to where I just do the things every day. I think my videos will, if you're wanting a quick fix, will be better to watch maybe in 10 years after all this takes place, and I'll set up a playlist where it's like, oh yeah, I went from this to this, but it took 10 years. But it'll be like, oh wow, that's amazing. It's like what some people do in a week. It takes me 10 years to do. That's all right. But when I catch on, I catch on. Anyway, okay, enough of that. Let's go inside. Let's get the bag of yarn we're taking upstairs. We'll get the milk. I love it when there are people already here in the building. Alrighty, here we are in the yarn house. Let's go in here. Now, we came over here yesterday, and Emmy was like, yeah, that's my house down there. So she kind of scooped out a little place for herself down there. She was like, I'm moving this stuff. So there was this stuff under there, and it's not under there anymore, but that's okay, because I have got to move all the stuff off this table so I have a workspace. And I got to organize a few more things there. So I did get a little bit done yesterday. As you can see, that whole area used to be bigger. And I still haven't done anything with the blue stuff. And that stuff there, you know, whatever. And over here, I still have a nice space to walk. And I have nice space here. I filled up those a little bit more, but I do need to do a little more organization. So I'm going to get that started right now. And also, another thing I'm going to do is find all of the hats that I have finished here and other things that I have finished and see what I can do with that to put in my shop. I mean, most of this stuff has just been in bags and in storage, whatever, for years. So we are going to go through whips. But first, before we go through whips, I'm going to get some more of this yarn organized so I have a space to put some of this. Okay, you guys, I have gotten so much done today. It's kind of like a big ball rolling down the hill effect. The more I get organized, the faster it gets. So anyway, I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see, because you guys have been with me since the beginning and you're awesome. Ta-da! My temporary, I guess you would call it, neutrals wall and tech wall and bags of whips and yarn. I know it's not finished yet, but I'm working on it. But it is nice and neatly stacked. I don't know what's in those bags right now for the most part, but I'll go through it. And these are, you know, clearly whites, blacks, neutrals. And I've got some more whip things right there stacked up on that wall. Now remember, this is the wall where my table used to be. Ta-da! And I've been able to stack a bunch of yarn there. Okay. Oh, and there's my stepladder, because I'm short. Okay, over here, check this out. Oh my gosh, look at this cleared off table. I got my work table cleared off. Got my computer, my lamp. And now down here, still some whips and yarn bags. I will go through those, but I mean, it's down to that. And over here, I've got bags. I've got homemade bags. And here's just another few little bags of yarn. Over here, just some mixed up yarn. It's mostly shawl in a ball. And over here is kind of like my fall wall and my whip wall all along the floor here. I've got whips, and over here, whips. Nothing is sitting directly on the floor. It's either, I mean, you know, as far as yarn crochet wise, I want to keep it off the floor. And yarn in bags, everything pretty much goes to its matching color. Over here, I did indeed get everything back behind the chair. What I couldn't fit anywhere is sitting in that box. This is all baby yarn. All of that is baby yarn. That's Mandala Baby right there on top. And I've got wool yarn in that striped bag. These are all bags that I've made, except for, of course, the yellow one. One goes to mom, one goes to somebody else. And yeah, so, whoa, I've got a workspace. Like crazy, right? Oh, and these things right here are all things that are finished. These are all finished. and I need to go through them, tag them, and put them on my website. And over here, I've got more things that are finished that I need to bag and tag and put on my website. And, you know, take really good pictures. There's a few more whips, my whip cart. There's a few more yarns, whips, whip cart. And this is all mandala cakes, except for I've got a few burnout pops that I'm going to put as many as I can over in that corner. But that's probably going to be something that I do tomorrow because I've got to go pick up my granddaughter. It's feeling really good, you guys. I'm really happy that I actually have a workspace now. I got a workspace. I'm so happy. And all those are lids to all the various tubs I have over here in order to keep the yarn up off the floor. Somehow, I have come back home with more yarn than I brought back. And it's not all the same yarn. I took a whole bunch of yarn out of there, but you know, I added more in. Because what can you do? I'm going to frog this, make a couple of things with it. It was so cool because, okay, there are other offices in this building, right? And one of the ones I walk past every day, and she's always got her, and I don't know if it's one or two other people have offices there. But they've always got their doors open. There's plants. It smells good. It's decorated so nicely. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's what I want to have. I want to keep my doors open to the whole yarn space up there so that, you know, people can see it. It's happy. It's not just like, oh, me all hermited in my yarn craziness. So we're getting a little closer there. I did ask if she wanted to come see the yarn, and she was like, sure. She came over and saw the yarn, and she's super nice, you guys. But she says it looks great. And it wasn't like everybody else who's come in there so far has been like, oh my God. You know, like, wow. And this lady was like, wow, this looks great. So that made me really happy. So I just had to share that with you guys while I'm on my way to get the Diet Coke and pick up my little granddaughter, Emmy.
What's the magic word?
Yeah. No. No. So thank you so much for watching today and checking out my yarn house. My yarn room in the yarn house. You guys have a super awesome day. Please, if you like the video, click that like button. And if you have not subscribed to this yarn channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a second of Yarny fun. Love you guys. Bye.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.